What's up, everybody? My name is Liam, coming at you with another video today. This one is going to be talking about long-term pickups, and I'm not just talking about long as in next couple of weeks. I'm talking about long-term goals for the playoffs. It's going to focus on people who are already in the playoffs and not people who are struggling week to week, still trying to pick up the hot hands and trying to get their way into the playoffs. This is for the people like myself who are already set pretty much in the playoffs. I'm in a 12-team league and I'm 15-1 right now on a 15-game win streak. So I'm pretty much set. So at this point, I can just look ahead towards the playoffs, look at the matchups, and make my decisions based on that. So I did a Twitter poll which expired, so you can't vote in that anymore. And for the 6 of you who did vote, I appreciate that. The 9th seems to be the most common, 9th for me as well, so that's what I've been planning around. But I see maybe 2 of you picked the 2nd, so I'll go over that as well. So yeah, let's just go into the matchups. Not much of line combinations for today, because line combinations can always change over time. Keep that in mind. So the 2nd, boom, right off the bat, you see the Avalanche playing the Wings on a Monday. Oilers playing the Predators. Predators defense has not been great this year, so you're already thinking who you're getting on the Avalanche. And then this is you have the Predators again playing the Wild. That's a solid matchup for them. The Ducks playing the Blackhawks. Oilers again. As you see, it's a pretty busy day, so whoever you have is probably not going to fit into that. But boom, you see the Avalanche twice. So Avalanche is going to be a theme for this. And just try to remember the teams that are playing on multiple days. I do the odd days, so they'll squeeze into your lineup. The Flames, I think I saw them twice. And you got the Yotes. Don't love their matchups, but so far I'm loving the Avalanche matchups. And they got the Canucks, who are kind of up and down defensively. Ducks, again. You see playing the Leafs, who haven't been great defensively. The Blackhawks as well. Blues and the Devils. And then you got the Wings again. So the Wings actually have 3 games. So, I mean, I'd rather have the team that's playing the Wings, but just letting you know, you got the Flames again. And you got the Blackhawks and the Blues again. And the Ducks and Canucks, Blue Jackets twice. So, for that week. And then, boom, Avalanche again. So, definitely buyers on the Avalanche. Ducks, I think, have 3. And we got the Blackhawks, Blues with 2. Flames, I think, had 3. Wings had 3. Don't remember seeing the Penguins and the Hurricanes before. And Canucks and Blue Jackets had at least 2 from what I remember. Those are odd days. So if you're looking to pick someone up, a forward, you can squeeze them into those days. So I like to look 2 weeks ahead, because you might want to just go hot hands for those weeks. But if you can get someone on the Avalanche, look who's playing again on that Monday. So you got the Avalanche and the Kings, the Oilers again, and you got the Vegas Golden Knights. I think they had 1 or 2 games on odd days. Coyotes again, the Jets, Sabres, Capitals. Capitals playing on both Mondays. Then just quick look at these matchups. See who has some good matchups. Hurricanes have the Wings. Ducks have the Senators. So if you have a Duck, you can keep them. Sharks again. Blackhawks again. Oilers. And then, boom, the Avalanche again. Kings, that's 2 for the Kings. So if your week starts then, you got the Kings twice. Sabres again. Sharks again. And if you're coming from the other week, then you got the Blues again. Senators, Blackhawks again. So the Blackhawks, constant theme. Avalanche, constant theme. Canucks, again, not the best matchup for the Canucks. Playing the Avalanche twice. Oilers, again. It's also not the best matchup for the Oilers, but at least you get them in the lineup. Then you get the Oilers and Avalanche again. So the Avalanche is just a very big theme there. The Golden Knights again. So hold on to your Golden Knight players. Senators, Ducks, Sabres. Then you get the Lightning playing the Devils. So while the Lightning don't have too many odd day games, the ones that they have are very favorable. So that's good for them. Islanders, it's 2 for the Islanders. And you got the Wild. So I'm only going to look 2 weeks ahead since it seems like everybody's either the 9th or the 2nd starting. So let's get into the other one. The Rangers, Oilers again. So the Oilers are a good one this week. The Panthers, that's a good matchup for them. Oilers, Senators, Penguins again. The Rangers. Then you got the Lightning, Coyotes, Ducks. Yeah, Friday, Rangers twice this week. The Penguins, Senators, Capitals. So as you can see, this is things that you should look at. Where will they fit in to your lineup? How can you maximize the amount of games that you want to have the most forwards as possible because they usually pick up the most points for you. So you can see, try to maximize it. I'll show you based on my schedule. So mine started on the 9th. So I already started looking forward to this. I picked up Victor Olofsson because I saw that he had some days with the Sabres. I picked up Ryan Nugent Hopkins. So I'm doing the strategy. I'm not full out doing it. I had Kadri before, but he's a hot and cold player. So you just want to be aware of that. You want to see how he's doing going in. But then again, it's just really good matchups for the Avalanche. So even with a hot and cold player, this could be when they get hot. So you might want to keep some. But I am doing videos on weekly pickups and daily pickups, so I kind of just want to be flexible so I can go along with people. I don't want to be doing my videos and not be picking up anybody myself, but it definitely is favorable for you if you could just get a head start on everybody else. You can even make trades. So the second week, first week, pretty decent matchups for the Red Wings. However, other than the Panthers in the second week of the playoffs, the Wings really play a lot of teams that have very solid defense. So if you have someone on the Wings, you might want to trade them for someone on the Avalanche if they are a solid player on the Wings. Of course, you want to get as much value as possible. Blackhawks. So you have 2 Blackhawks. I'm going to keep them both on different lines, so it's kind of spread out there. And you can see how I'm kind of maximizing. It's only like 1, maybe 2 people on the bench. Currently shopping Hornquist just because I have Rust. You can see I'm getting a good amount of players, good amount of forwards into the matchups. This one, I have 2 people on the bench, but that's just going to be normal for a Saturday. Honestly, normal for Saturday is usually like 4 people on the bench, so 2 is actually not bad. But you see how many people I'm getting in on like a Sunday. And I could probably adjust that. Put someone in the utility spot there. Shopping Hornquist though, so my end up dropping Hischier. He was kind of a weekly pickup for me. I liked his matchups this week, and he's just a very solid player. That's another thing I want to get into. You want solid players when you're looking this far forward. You want the guys that are going to be consistent on their line, who just consistently pick up points. And Hischier is one of those people. He's just always going to be top line. The Devils can't really see that changing. He's always going to be first power play. Nugent Hopkins, not as consistent on his lines, but he's just been so good. I just think he's just going to keep his line. The Oilers, I believe they'll just keep it the way it is. But obviously, it's something to keep an eye on. However, I just love their matchups. I think even if he's not hot going into there, he could pick it up. They have very solid matchups, especially week 2. So you can see, I don't have many people on the bench. I could even put Hischier there. This is second week. So I've already have like everything planned out. It's all set up. I am flexible. It is important to be flexible. You can't just be like, this is my team. I can't make any moves. You always want to be on the lookout for moves. You always want to be improving. You can always maximize everything a bit better. But you can see how I'm putting it in there, like having a visual. So if I'm thinking about dropping someone, I could look at my matchups and be like, oh, who can I take out? He sure doesn't have the great matchups this week. So he's someone that if he's not really hot going into the week, or if I see a better option, I can just jump on. Being flexible is very important because you're going to want to pick up some hot people going into the playoffs. Anybody that is on a roll going into the playoffs and has favorable matchups, like anybody on the Avalanche, Burakovsky is like really hot right now. So if you went for him and it was the week of the playoffs, then boom, you squeeze him in a bunch of days and he's hot. He picks up a bunch of points. But yeah, that's pretty much it as far as looking ahead. Again, I do want to emphasize it is a risky strategy. People get injured. You do want to be flexible, but it is like playing chess when everybody else is playing checkers. You're looking ahead, and everybody else is just focused on week to week, and you're just big picture. Like, are they squeezing into my lineup? Are their matchups good for the playoffs? Obviously, they're not going to have great matchups every week, but in the case of the Avalanche, if your playoffs start on the 2nd, they have solid 2 weeks of matchups. Oilers also not the best. They had good matchups, but the appetizing part about the Oilers is they play on odd days, so you can just squeeze them into the lineups more. So that's how you really maximize your lineups. That's how you maximize your points. You don't leave as many points on the bench. Of course, this is why you want to look for players that are consistent. Top power play, I mentioned before, Hischier, Parise. He's someone that is exactly my strategy right now. He's very hot right now, but normally this week I'd be like, oh, he doesn't have a lot of matchups. I might drop him. He's hot, so he's getting a big rest. Who knows if he'll come out hot again? It could be Bjorkstrand, who definitely came out hot again after his injury. But just solid players. Bjorkstrand is a solid player as well. If he's available, he's usually top line, top power play. Just a very solid player that you want to have on your team. But it's just something to look ahead to. You could do it like this, the way I was doing it, or you could just see who's available to pick up, go to teams, and then you could just check out their schedule for the weeks of your playoffs. NHL.com is how I like to do that. So that's how I ended up falling upon Ryan Nugent Hopkins, and I was going to go with Kadri, but for now, I'm not going to have him. I might pick him up again during the playoffs. It just really depends if he's hot going in. But yeah, you can just go to their schedule, check out the Ducks in March, and just get ready, Obviously, you want to be the highest seed as possible, but when it comes down to it, you got to beat everybody anyway. So you want the people with good matchups. And look at these matchups for the Ducks. Blackhawks, Avalanche, not the best defensively. Leafs, not the best defensively. Wild, Ottawa, Kings, Habs. very solid matchups on solid days as well, especially once you get into the second week. You got nice days, not as good matchups, but better days, especially. And then even the last week, they got 4 games, decent games. I mean, not the best, but prefer these matchups if I'm being honest. But yeah, check who you can get on the Ducks. Check who you can get on the Avalanche. And check who you can get on the Oilers at this point. Those are the ones I like. Go through all the teams yourself. Go through your own schedule. You might find that you actually have a lot of people going on like a Wednesday, and someone will actually fit into your lineup on a Tuesday and not even on like a Wednesday. It's rare, but it happens. So take a look at that. Play some chess. Everybody else is playing checkers, just trying to win week by week. If you're ahead, go for it. Look ahead. Take the hit in the meantime. Again, the only reason I am doing this, but I'm not doing it to the scale that I want. It's just because I'm making weekly pickup videos and I like going along with it. So if I'm saying something, I'm saying like pick up Connor Brown or pick up Hischier for the week, then like I like to also do it. But it's definitely favorable to look ahead to the playoffs. Get your lineups all set. Alright, so that's about it for today. If you have any questions, message me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram, sexmath94. If you don't already, follow me on Twitter, HockeyFantasyD1. That's it for today. Like and subscribe. Thanks.